Hi everyone, today is Sunday, November 8th, and I got up this morning and I was like, you know what, I just want to see what is out there with respect to environmental justice news. So I came across some really good articles of different movements in the United States focusing on using policy and legal responses to ensure the right to a clean environment, clean air, clean water, clean land, and good health. So what I'm going to do today is just talk about some of the environmental justice problems in Canada. Currently, I'm in the global north, and we'll be traveling to the global south and soon. And I just want to try and chronicle some of this data in video form. And I came across some really good articles written by CBC as well as amazingly Global News. And these are different networks in Canada, as well as there was a website called bluedot.ca, I believe, and had really good reporting about some of the contention out in Nova Scotia and some of the entrenched environmental racism surrounding, including Africville. And one of my dreams is to actually travel to Africville, but do some research first or do more research about there first, so that I can see sort of what Africville was before and where it is now. So it was really interesting just to reflect on that. And I remember when back in some of my university classes, I remember watching this video about just the strategic destruction of this black African community from, like, they said back, I think 1400s or something, like way back in Nova Scotia. And it really hurt my heart to see how this intolerance is just so passionate in some folk that it really messes up their ability to think with reason and logic. And I was just like, wow, that's so sad. And it was interesting to learn that even this person, I don't call them honorable because they aren't honorable. Sheila Copps was very instrumental in delegating very strategic efforts to basically wash away the history of Africville in Nova Scotia. And to Sheila Copps, she can go fuck herself. So one of the things that I thought about when I came back to doing, my YouTube videos is that should I use profanity or what? But, sometimes thoughts come out in a certain way, and I'm not going to get in the way of sort of that natural speech that I am trying to develop. I don't read from scripts. I don't, try and play up some role. I just speak whatever comes. And I put it out there. So if people have questions, by all means, send me questions. I like also critical commentary because I do develop from that. And so I came across this environmental justice news in Canada, but it was really talking about the Nova Scotia context. And for example, in Ontario, there is just so much injustice that it is really pathetic. And they need more folk like myself, not raised in Ontario, but in the western part of Canada, where life is just very different. Yes, there are problems throughout Canada, and I'm not trying to romanticize Canada as sort of this multicultural heartland, because to be honest with you, that multiculturalism, idealism, and diversity strategy, that's just bullshit. and they really need to do away with that and then really promote Canada as what Canada should be and not what it images itself to be. So yeah, so I came across some really good environmental justice news in Canada, and I was also reading about some environmental justice news out of, I think it's New England, Massachusetts, Pittsburgh, and California. And I just love the environmental activism in the United States, but instead of running to the States, you know, I need to develop some infrastructure and very strategic responses where I am. So I'm in different places. I'm between the global north and the global south, and I'll be sharing my video footage. So I hope that everyone is okay out there, and I really do appreciate the comments. And you know, I do read the insults and, you know, people telling me to go fuck myself or whatever. But you know, I just say to that element that, you know, when you're on a path of literacy, then you know, you really begin to see things very different, and you know, you don't have to sort of posture yourself like that if you want to learn something. So the purpose of my YouTube channel is actually to engage, you know, intelligent, insightful commentary in relation to different topics that I speak about. So today I'm filming using natural light. I don't even know if this camera is focusing on me or if something just happened with the microphone, but I hope you have yourselves a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching my videos, and please do leave your comments. I'll also leave some commentary backing up some of the information, backing up where I get my information from. I tend to do that in all of my videos from, like, I think 6 years ago now on YouTube. But anyways, have a great one, and think about your environmental justice activism today. If you see something on the internet, you know what? Write a response. Send a letter to that person who wrote the article and say, you know what, that's actually good stuff. Thank you for providing that reporting. That inspires me to do reporting. Whatever, something like that. Okay, so anyways, take care.